I think that probably sums it up. I mean, we were obviously intent in trying to win the game, but the biggest thing today for me was that we gave a big performance and we showed strength of character, resilience, everything you want to ask of a group after having such a horrible day as we did last week. There's no getting away from that, and that'll certainly, me as a manager, that'll stick with me to the day I die. But I think that when I give balance to it, that's because of it, again, not the result and everything that we didn't bring to the game last week, but the expectation that we now have at the football club because of the progress we've made. But today it was important that we went out and showed that belief, that trust in each other, that togetherness, and for the fans as well to turn out and give you the biggest crowd of the season on the back of that. Then it was important that we try to put a smile back in their face, and I felt we did that. And I said to Sandy at one point in the second half, regardless of how the game panned out, then the players had shown remarkable resolve and belief and trust in each other, particularly given that we could have went 2-0 in front with a penalty, and then Arsenal scored within a minute. And given last week, then it'd been easy to feel sorry for yourself, but they didn't do that. They got blocks in when they had to, because we have to accept that Arsenal had obviously the majority of possession and are very dangerous because they have world-class players. But every one of them stuck to their task, and we were always a threat in the counter-attack. When we got enough ball in the final third, I always felt we could score. And obviously a very emotional winner for Tamir, given that they'd lost his dad and everything else. So I think it was fitting that Tamir got the winner on such a wonderful day. Yeah, that wraps it up, does it? Thanks.
Owen, Arsene Wenger just said on the TV that you gave a cup performance a week late. Would you concur with that?
I think what we did is we gave another big league performance. You know, I don't get involved with what anybody else has got to say. The bottom line is I had a team there that were more than a match for Arsenal today. You know, every tackle, they were there and everything else. And again, prior to that, we'd given big cup performances. We played 41 games now, and we had a terrible day last week. But you know, there's no doubt today that we were there, we were up for that game, and we were ready. As we were last week, we were up for the game and started the game bizarrely very well and should have had a penalty. I mean, Harold Webb's a fantastic referee, but we should have had a penalty within 10 minutes in the Stoke City game. I never got it, and Matthew Eddington scored a wonderful goal. I'm actually back over last week because, as I said before, that won't leave me, that'll stay with me, but makes me more determined to bring success and improvement to Bolton Wanderers. And I think the lads were that keen to do well last week that we went a goal behind. It spilled over in a negative way, and they made poor decisions and everything else. And ultimately, what we had to do was come out and give a big performance. And Arsene Wenger's right. Arsene Wenger, you know, we gave an unbelievable performance against a team that Arsene Wenger has with world-class players, absolute world-class players. But we were more than a match today. We stood up. We should have been 2-0 in front, and when it was there to win, we showed real spirit, real strength of character, and real desire to win that football match. It'd have been easier. You know, Daniel took an injury. It'd have been easy then to think, well, okay, I'll hold on, try and get a one each. We put Tamir on, we pushed Johan up front, and we still went with two up front to try and win the game. And we did that, and it was all credit to the players. And I would argue with anybody, we were certainly deserving of those 3 points today.
Well, the TV seems to show Van Persie spitting in the direction of one of your players at the end of the game. Are you aware of this?
No, I'm not. And if he was, I'd be very surprised.
Daniel Sturridge gave a big performance, didn't he?
Well, they all did. I mean, everyone. I mean, it wasn't about individuals today. It was about a group, and I mean a group. I mean a whole football club. And that, as I said before, for the fans to come and have the biggest crowd of the season, then that's testimony to the support that they have. And it was important that we try to put a smile back in their face, because we know that last week it was a million miles from what we've come to expect now. And it's nice that you get days like this. It won't ever take the hurt away that I'm feeling because of what happened, but that's what will drive me on. I mean, I've been, as I said before, had trials and tribulations as a manager. I've been sat with a team, a St Johnstone team, for 7 minutes in the dressing room, having won, well, looked as though you'd won the league, only for Gretna to score in the 4th minute injury time because their game had kicked off late. I've been with my Burnley team to the Carling Cup semi-finals. In any other competition, we'd have been in Europe and in the final, and we lost a goal 2 minutes from the end. For me, it only serves to make you better, because football's never going to be, you know, nice and enjoyable every week in terms of winning games, you know, and you know, it just makes me more determined to try and be the best I can be in the group I'm working with, to push them on and try and get the maximum out of those players, and I felt every one of them showed that today.
Owen, you've talked in the past about your respect for Tamir Coyle and the way he's coped with his father, and that was a really sort of fitting moment.
Yeah, I mean, I felt so. It was very emotional, we know that, and he's had such a difficult year because he had an operation in the summer, and when he came back pre-season, he was slightly behind the lads in terms of the fitness. By the time he was up and running, the lads were flying, as you know, because we had a good start to the season, and he's had to be very patient. And then when he was at himself and on the brink of coming back in, you know, his father passed away, and Avi, a week before passing away, had actually spent a week with us at the training ground, and we all got to know him and get an attachment. You've seen there with his teammates, you know, I know it was emotional for Tammy, but his teammates knew as well, because they got to know Avi as well, and they knew how he's such a lovely man. And Tammy, I think, then has had a huge burden of responsibility as the leader of the household, because his father was such a big name in his country, and he's had to be patient, but he's trained every day as if it's his last. And for him to get that winner today, I mean, I'm delighted for him, because it's been a traumatic year.
Was he actually booked for the celebration?
I think Camp's too busy trying to speak to my back lads to shut the back door then, but I think he was for it. Again, I mean, referees are charged with a set of rules, and you know, they don't obviously know. And I mean, the referee is not to understand the emotion of what happened, and I think he's been yellow carded for it. But what I would say is, if he was going to score the winner every minute, at the last minute every week, I'll take a yellow card for Tammy every week.
Right, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is that me?
Yeah, done.
Cheers.